Hello, everybody. I have a situation that came up that I never have ran into before. I'm not sure how to go about it, but I want to tell you about it. I'm going to leave names out, but I got this email from this woman who said that her son was in South Central Correctional Center in Four House, and that he's having problems. So I emailed, I told her, I said, give me a little bit. I emailed a friend of mine, told him to call me, and he did. I told him about it. He goes, well, what's his name? And I'd forgotten to get the name from the woman. So I said, call me back later tonight. So I emailed her, and she told me the name and everything. And cat or something crawling on me. And I said, what's all going on with him? She said, he just said he was having problems with people in there. So later that night, my friend called. He's in Three House. And I told him. He said, man, Harvey, this happened a few months ago, man. This is kind of old. And he goes, but he came in and people were warning him. And, telling him things to do and not do. He goes, since I work in recreation, I kind of gave him a little bit, whenever he'd come up for recreation, I'd give him a little bit of advice. But he said, you ain't supposed to borrow from people, especially when you're new. And that's what he did. He started letting this guy give him canteen clothes. Now the clothes, it's probably just shoes bought from the commissary. That's the only place you can buy them now. Old sweats or something, You can't have all different colored sweats no more. It's got to be a certain color. But anyway, he got all this stuff from this guy, and one day this guy said, it's time you paid up, and moved in with him. And Kevin says, guys he talked to said he'd come out of his cell with his head down and stuff, and said the guy would be yelling at him, get your head up, man. And so I said, they have him dressing different? And he goes, yeah, dressing different, shaved and all this and stuff, He goes, it's sick. He goes, I hate those type of people. I said, does he go up on a visit like that? If he gets visit? He goes, I don't know. But he goes, I'll see him in the gym once in a while. Just walk around. He said he's not happy. And so I get off and I tell the woman, I said, they don't know what they can do for him, And she goes, well, they got to do something. Somebody's got to do something. He goes, I'm going to call the prison and have them transfer him or something, tell him what's going on, that he's having problems. I said, man, you're just going to bring more problems onto him. She goes, I'm going to have him request PC too. And I said, well, I didn't tell her this, but in Missouri now, when you request PC, at least when I was in there, you had to give a name. Say he's in fear of your life. And so he's going to go to PC, because they do have a PC wing down there in the hole. It's just for PCs. They changed one into PC. And people's going to know that he went down there, and they're going, and they'll probably transfer him and stuff like this, So the best advice I could get her is, I said, just try to get the prison to transfer him somewhere, say, he wants to be closer to his uncle or something, And later that night, I didn't ask him to, but my buddy called and he goes, find out what's going on. And I said, she's talking about having him request PC. She goes, oh man, Harvey. He goes, I'm glad you didn't. He goes, I would been willing to help if it was a relative of yours or a friend of yours, but I'm not even sure if that would have done any good. But I'm glad it wasn't somebody you was close to, And I said, well, I just feel bad for this woman, you know. He goes, I know, but there ain't nothing we can do, Harv. We tried helping him when he first got here. He goes, a bunch more people tried to help more than I did. He goes, but if he puts himself in that situation, what are we to do? You know? Apparently, even the FV tried to help him a little bit, you know? That's an organization that's in prison, but either way, it's just got me messed up, man, you know, because I really feel for this woman, you know. And she goes, he's a good kid. He's a good kid that's in prison, you know. And well, sure, he probably just made a mistake or something messed up with his wrong crowd or whatever, but he's in a bigger situation now, you know, and nobody can get him out of it, you know. But apparently she's gonna call the prison and try to get him, talk to his caseworker, talk to the warden, everybody, try to get him moved. But they're gonna want to know why, you know, and all this and that. It's just a bad situation, you know. I wish there was something I could do, but I really can't. And my friends in there say they can't do nothing. So I don't know, man. You know, I warn people. I tell people all the time to stay out of prison, you know, and other channels do the same thing. Say, you know, don't do anything to mess up your life and go to prison, because you're not only running your life, you're running your family's life, causing them heartache and all this and that. It involves a bunch of people, you know, communities sometimes. But if you do go to prison, man, do not do anything like that. Do not accept things from people right off the bat. You know, maybe once you get to know them a little bit, you've been there a little while, got established, maybe you can do that. But don't do that when you first get into prison, please. Don't go into debt of any kind. Don't gamble. Come on, people, listen to what some of us are telling you. You know, we're doing it not to just be saying this stuff, man. We're trying to keep people out of prison, and but if you do go to prison, man, you know, these are things you got to watch out for. I despise people who do that to people in prison, you know. But what are you going to do? Anyway, that's all I got for you, and I'll see you next time.